This week on a jam-packed episode of Tips and Tricks, 5 tips for Monster Hunter World.
We're going to chat with Square Enix about the new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer.
And we'll give you a sneak peek at the new Age of Empires Definitive Edition.
All this and more on this week's Tips and Tricks. Oh, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's feeling good. It's feeling good. How you feeling, Malik?
Feeling great. How are you?
I'm feeling goofy.
What's up with... Oh.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
He gets the snaps for that one.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
gets the snaps for that one.
Dad jokes.
Welcome to the #1 show on the internet, Tips and Tricks.
Don't refute that. Don't look that up.
Don't look it up.
But that is a fact.
That
scientific,
is
yeah.
verifiable fact. I am Malik Prince.
And I am Ethan Rothamel.
And this is the show that helps you get the most out of your life.
That's right. We're going to give you tips on the latest features and tricks on tackling the newest game, which is your life.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's my life.
Yeah. Me too.
Basically.
Me too, yeah.
So no matter where you play, that's the whole idea. We always say PC, Xbox, and mixer experience, but it's all about this. There's gamers everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So we want to make you feel welcome no matter where you are.
Very, very profound. I'll give you snaps right back for that
Nah,
one.
don't water down the snaps.
Okay.
You're watering
you
down
need
the
to save it for...
Absolutely.
So you're saying that watered it down, but my goofy comment, that's fine? That's free?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, see?
Ooh, man, he's on point today. Anyway, this is the part where we usually read the news.
Yes. But today, we are the news. We've got a packed show for you today.
That's
We've got a lot going on.
A lot. You want me to run it down?
Yeah.
In just a few moments, we'll watch the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. Just came out. Then we'll ask a gentleman from Square Enix a bunch of questions.
Ooh, a gentleman.
Gentleman.
Yes.
Very special gentleman.
Yes. After that, we'll fill you in on all the new features included in the latest Xbox update, and there are a lot of them.
A lot. Then we have some tips for Monster Hunter World.
What? We also have an interview with mixer partner GamingDotGeek. Who's hyped for that?
I am. And finally, a preview of the Age of Empires remaster.
Yeah, the definitive edition.
Definitive edition. Yeah. So much things happening. So many things happening. I'm excited to jump into the show.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of time, so we should jump right into this. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer.
Ooh, let's check it out. Have you seen the trailer? What's this buzz? That's what it says in there. That's what it says in the telephone.
いるんだろ元13機関
元随分な言われようだな
だってノーバディを引き連れてるのは元13機関だろああ新13機関ってのにも入ってるのか
私は新13機関のマールーシャあえて久しぶりと言わせてもらおうそら
久しぶり知ってる
お前の記憶になくても私はお前のことをよく覚えている
今日こそあの黒いモヤモヤをやっつけるぞ作戦開始だワンツー待て
真心込めて脅かします危ない
あいつらは一体誰だ
わあまずいよサーリーこんなとこ見られたら
こんにちは俺は空だよ
君は人間を見ても平気なんだね
マイクはザースキー
違うよブー俺がマイクだよ
マイクはザースキー
俺はサリーでこいつは
知ってるってマイク・ワゾースキーだろはっやっそれはったやっさたほやっへっそりゃたやっ 前の心に眠る俺の半分が必要だ。バニタス。ベンテス、そんなところに隠れていたとはな。俺の心の斬新。
So epic.
Yeah,
so
so
epic.
good. It's so good.
Ooh, so
I'm
good.
very excited. I'm very excited.
All
So that preview or premiered on Saturday our
Yeah,
time. It was
that's
like
right.
midnight. It was like midnight our time. Obviously, it was in Tokyo first thing that morning.
Yeah, we were actually playing games, and you were just over the moon about it. You were super excited.
I was.
So,
It was to a sad extent, I would say.
of
I was
course.
a little
Yeah,
embarrassed.
it's not sad. It's great. You're just
Thank you.
excited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Anyway, speaking of Kingdom Hearts 3, we've got a special guest on the Skype line here to talk with us. Please welcome Brendan Docherty. There he is.
Brendan, what's
Everyone
up?
give it
Oh,
Ethan,
hey, how's it going?
going pretty well. How are you guys?
Not
Doing
too bad. What do you think of Ethan's hat here?
Well, I don't need to.
I love it. Totally appropriate. Thank
I appreciate
you for wearing
There we go.
Yeah, no,
See?
you're very welcome. It was the whole point. Thank you. It was just some kind of validation.
No, it's a great hat.
Yeah. So before we get started with the interview, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Yeah, I'm a senior product manager at Square Enix. Grew up loving Final Fantasy games, and when I got to work here, it was sort of like a dream come true. So that worked out really well. Been in the game industry on the marketing and publishing side, and love games. Happy to be on here.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I love seeing people who really were fans of games get their dream job.
Yeah.
I'm one of those examples, so I love it. I can relate. Relatable. #relatable. All right, so I'm a big Xbox fan, Brendan, and so I'm super excited to finally be able to play Kingdom Hearts 3. What does it feel like to be able to bring the game to a new audience?
Yeah, we're very excited about that. I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts is one of the great gaming franchises. It's just celebrated its 15-year anniversary. And we are super excited to bring it to Microsoft Xbox One. It's really time, and I think a lot of Xbox fans are going to be in for a real treat next year. Or this year, I should say.
Yeah, I totally
year.
agree.
This year.
Yeah. Ooh.
What's that release date?
Yeah, come
can we get the
on.
scoop?
Oh.
I know.
I'm 100% with you, and I think it's really hard to explain to people that haven't played Kingdom Hearts kind of what it's about, because on the surface, I don't know, it doesn't come off as like the most appealing game to the masses, but it is. Like it was such a surprise when the first one came out, how successful it was. So can you walk our viewers through what kind of the rough story of Kingdom Hearts is, and kind of what is it basically for someone that doesn't know?
Sure. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a story of light and friendship overcoming the power of darkness. So you have all the universes are connected, and King Mickey Mouse, is the ruler of all the universes out there. And he noticed that there was a shadowy darkness from the Heartless that was taking over all these worlds and plunging them into darkness. So he sends his royal mage, Donald Duck, and Captain of the Guard, Goofy, to go out and find a worthy Keyblade wielder who can protect these worlds and stop the Heartless invasion. And the Keyblade is the magical weaponry in the Kingdom Hearts world that can seal each world's keyhole and protect them from the darkness. Ooh. And along the way, Sora finds Sora, a young boy from the Destiny Islands, and from there they travel from world to world and meet tons of Disney friends and run into a lot of foes as well, and they've been going for 15 years strong.
Wow, it's
So
actually
exciting.
like the perfect description, to be honest.
And light and friendship.
Yeah, I know. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Well,
I'm
he
just saying.
knows the game.
Yeah,
but
but
light and friendship overcoming darkness, kind of like me and you. I think we overcome darkness, and there's light and friendship. Yeah.
Will you get out?
I'm always trying to bring it back. Anyway, people are super excited for the trailer, like we mentioned, and there are a lot of cool new additions in this trailer. Can you walk through a few of those?
Sure. Now, first and foremost, Sora is really a lot more agile this game. He's got a lot more attacks. You see that the Keyblades are really getting made over this time around. They've got, every world has its own unique Keyblade that matches up with that world's theme. So the Monsters Inc. Keyblade has that kind of Monsters feel to it. I think you saw the Monsters Inc. hard hat on one of the scenes from the trailer. Mm-hmm. So the Keyblades will start to power up, and you'll see that they'll have multiple attacks. And it just gives Sora just more, crazy powerful attacks to build up to as he's fighting the enemies. And as a longtime player, that's really exciting to just see the Keyblade just do all sorts of cool things, and it's really a fun addition.
I like it. Yeah, it was definitely one of the things I noticed from the trailer already was it like one movement was so fluid, like to watch. Like it was unbelievable how beautiful it looked and just how seamless the combat was, and two, just all these crazy abilities that Sora has in this game compared to the other ones. Like it's really exciting stuff. So with that, you know, there's a couple of worlds that were teased in that trailer. You saw a little bit of Toy Story, you saw a little bit of Tangled and Monsters Inc. Are there any others you can speak to at all that you're willing to speak to?
We've announced Big Hero 6 as well. Ooh. So we announced that a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's definitely more, but can't say anything right now.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Darn.
Yeah.
I imagine you're looking for a bigger platform than this show to unveil those on. Darn.
Save yourself short, Malik.
It's fine.
You're
it's
doing
fine.
great.
But I'm super excited about Toy Story being in there and Monsters Inc. Those are two of my favorite Disney sort of franchises. Yeah. Brendan, I'd love to hear if you have a favorite Disney movie.
Have to go with Aladdin, actually.
Aladdin, nice.
Yep. Robin Williams is the genie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we one of our staff members came in and said I look like the genie at the end of Aladdin today. Mm-hmm. Completely unintentional. But like when he's retiring at the end,
it's okay.
Just saying.
Would you guys like me to sing A Whole New World?
Thank you. No, I don't. Okay. No one wants to hear you sing A Whole New World, Malik.
That's hurtful. Okay. Whatever. All right, so obviously music is really important in Disney movies and Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts game. Can you tell us a bit about the score in the game?
Sure. Yeah, Yoko Shimomura-san is the composer, and she's worked on the Kingdom Hearts series from the beginning. She just recently did Final Fantasy 15, worked on the Legend of Mana series. I think she even did Street Fighter 2 back in the day. And she's just utterly fantastic. Last year we had like a Kingdom Hearts orchestra that was touring. That's where we showed a new trailer at around E3 last year, the first KH3 trailer in a while. And just her music is just really wonderful, just really rich and vibrant, a lot of great piano score, and happy to see more of her work in this game.
Yeah,
ooh, super excited.
It was also awesome that like you guys brought back Utada Hikaru for the new song. Like I think that's super cool, and it's something that the fans definitely wanted to see the return of. Like that's awesome.
That's right. Yeah, she's had a theme song for each of the major KH releases, and she's back with this one. We also released a trailer with that, and at the end of that trailer, there was also a little bit with Riku and Mickey Mouse.
Nice.
Ooh, so good. I remember not being able to play the games because I was on Xbox, but I always remember the commercials by the music. It's so iconic in my head, and so I'm super excited to see that translated into the game now.
Yeah. And those trailers were good.
So
when they
good.
came out, oh my god, they were encapsulating.
Yeah.
So finally, what of all the worlds that have been announced? Because obviously, not everything's been announced. What character are you most personally excited about to see in?
Each time there's a new world, it's just great to see. Like the first time we saw the Toy Story worlds with Sora, Donald, and Goofy in their toy forms, it was just, they look so great. Like everyone at the office was really excited. And then they just showed the Monsters Inc. ones, and I'm loving Goofy. I think he looks fantastic. It's just like that weird mutant thing.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun to just see what they come up with. Tetsuya Nomura is the director and art designer of Sora and many of people's favorite Final Fantasy characters. And the guy's just a genius. He just comes up with the greatest characters, and they're just really cool and unique and beautiful to look at.
Yeah. Yeah, you really hit the nail on the head with how awesome Sora, Donald, and Goofy look as they go from world to world, and how they transition and transform to match that Disney movie. I think that's so rad.
I saw it in the Monsters Inc. part, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. All right, so Brendan, before we let you go, give the fans who are really excited about Kingdom Hearts, what can we expect for the rest of 2018 leading up to launch?
A lot more. It's going to be exciting.
I tried.
I won't say more, but we got to drag it out. Obviously, there's going to be shows, probably E3, we'll probably have some good news there. I will say, in the trailer, one thing was the link system, which was pretty cool. And we saw a little bit of the link system when Sora can kind of connect with some old friends, like with Ariel, where she kind of had that, water look, an elemental look. There was that, and then we also saw for the fans, Meow Wow came back, and he's kind of from Dream Drop Distance. They're Dream Eaters. And so we got to see them. So you're seeing some old friends make some summon attacks, and that's pretty cool. And we can't wait to show more about that system as well.
Yeah, it's always awesome to find out what summons are in the game, especially if you're a purist and you don't look it up, and you find them as you go along. Oh, it's so exciting to find them all. Yes.
So Brendan, good. You've made so many people excited, and I personally can't wait. As someone who's never played the game, I'm super excited to jump in.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. Yeah. I'm so excited.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Brendan. Everyone, give it up for Brendan.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. God, that was not enough. I wanted that interview to go twice as long.
See, I tried to bring it in at the end, try to get you a little extra info.
Yeah.
Brendan's
I appreciate
rock
that.
solid.
Well, he's smart.
One.
Yeah, I mean, he clearly knows what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad he put up with us to come on the show. And,
on this little tiny little show,
little baby show,
tips and tricks, little baby show,
little baby show.
Baby show.
That's not all that's new for Xbox.
Did
you like my transition?
Oh
there?
my God.
Stein-esque.
Yeah. Oh my God. Next up, we have yet another interview. That's right. We have Jordan Silverthorne, who is here in the studio to talk to us about the new Xbox update. Give it up for Jordan, everybody.
Jordan. Is that the golf clap?
Hey.
I'm moving over here. How are you, man?
Hey, doing good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Welcome back.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So we've got a bunch of cool new stuff that just hit the console. So the updates started rolling out last Wednesday. It's kind of a slow rollout, so most people should have it by now. If they don't have it yet, they'll have it today or tomorrow.
Nice, okay.
It's not as big of an update as the one that we did like last fall. Like first impression, you might not notice a whole lot's changed, but there are some really cool new details in there. So we're going to go through 4 of them officially, and then there's kind of a 5th sort of secret unofficial thing that we're going to go over too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's get into details. But before we do that, I want to make you a star, Jordan. I think you're a star already, actually. For the people who don't know, tell us what you do here at Xbox.
So I'm on the Xbox Live marketing team. I deal primarily with the console updates that we do. I also dabble a little bit in some of the PC gaming stuff we do. So last time I was here, I was talking about some of the gaming updates that we had on Windows. But the majority of my focus is on the console, on telling the story about all the cool new stuff that our engineering team is building.
Nice.
Ooh, all right, so let's check out some of this cool stuff. I'm excited to jump in.
All right. So this is the dashboard. Again, doesn't look a whole lot different from the dashboard a month ago.
Yeah.
But there are some cool new things here. So we're going to dive into them kind of one at a time and talk about them a little bit. So the first one, this is the one that everybody seems most excited about, is a feature called Do Not Disturb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up the guide. I'm going to go over and select my little icon here, go to my profile. Now, down here at the bottom, this little drop-down's been here for a while.
Yep.
We always had appear online and appear offline, but now we have a new option. That's Do Not Disturb.
Ooh.
It's different from appear offline. Appear offline kind of made you invisible. Like no one could see what you were playing, could see what you were doing. With Do Not Disturb, and I don't know why it's saying online status not known.
That's kind of
mysterious.
That's a little weird. But whenever you select Do Not Disturb, what's going to happen is that all of the incoming notifications that you're going to get, like friend invites, you have someone sending you messages, you're not going to see any of that stuff. You're going to be able to focus entirely on your game. But don't worry, though, because like if you get an achievement, you probably still want to see that little achievement notification pop up. You're still going to see that. It's just all the stuff external that's not going to be coming through.
Right.
Okay.
You can spam with messages or something.
Right.
Like I do to you.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Except
I don't like lying. Okay, and so appearing offline made me feel like a liar.
Yeah, you feel
like a liar.
Yeah, you feel a little bit like a liar.
Right.
So now you just got that Do Not Disturb option. The easiest way is to turn it on right here in the guide. You can also go into your full profile and turn it on there as well.
Nice.
But it's just kind of hiding right over here whenever you select your gamer pick.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice little touch.
Yeah.
Great.
And I'm a big YouTube watcher, and so sometimes I don't feel like playing games, and I just want to watch YouTube. So now
You don't want to get interrupted.
that's right.
Once
And
again
so-
with my invites.
exactly.
I love your invites.
Thank
They're
you.
the best invites ever.
So all you have to do is flip that switch.
Exactly.
So the next thing that I'm going to show you, also here in the guide, is a really cool new feature that we have called Next Achievements. Now, we've had a feature for a while where whenever you're in a game, you can track the achievements within a game. This goes a step beyond that. This is going to track your achievements across multiple games, all the games you've been playing recently. So now you can see, like, all right, what achievement am I closest to? What's the most common achievement that I can go after?
Whoa.
What's the most common rare achievement that I can go after? So rare achievements are achievements where people like less than 10% have gotten it. So here I can see like
Very nice.
9.82% of people have gotten this achievement. So that might be a good candidate for me to go after if I want to get a rare achievement under my
looks
belt.
really pretty too. Like I love the look of this menu.
Yeah, and then highest gamer score. So like if I really was insane and I wanted to go after Seriously 4.0 and get 200 gamer score off of that, I could. Now, this feature on its own, just being able to like sort and look at your achievements that way, that's really cool, but it goes a step beyond that. You can select one of these achievements. It's going to open a new flyout in the guide, and this is where you can do even more. So let's say you really want to get that achievement, you're not sure how to go about it, you can search for help. As soon as I click this, it's going to open up the Edge browser, and it's going to autofill the search field so that it will help me find search results for how to get that achievement.
You all are intelligent.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My word.
It looks like I didn't fully set up the Edge browser before I did this, since this is a demo box. But so there's that option.
Okay.
There's another thing that you can do in Next Achievements as well. And that's that you can come and you can select an achievement again. And you can say, well, I don't know if I'm going to get that. So a good example for me is if I sort by rarest, there is 0 chance I am ever going to be able to get the Mein Liebe achievement in Wolfenstein 2. It's impossible. It's like one of the hardest achievements out there. God. So I can say, you know what? I don't want to be reminded of the fact that I'm not going to be able to ever get that. So I can come in here and I can say, nah, don't want to see that.
You can hide
that achievement. It's not going to show up in my filter anymore. In fact, if I say, like, I'm not really interested in the achievements for that game, I can hide that entire game if I want to.
Nice. So you guys thought of everything, honestly.
Yeah.
So are these achievements pulled from like games you've played then? Is that how that works normally?
Yes. So the way it works is basically it's going to look at like the 15 most recent games that you've played.
Got it.
So, you know, it's not going to go out like if you've got Game Pass and you've got 100 and some odd games. It's not it's not necessarily going to look at all of those. It's actually going to look at what you've been playing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's the Next Achievements feature.
Awesome. All the achievement hunters out there, you're welcome. Yeah. Essentially.
The lazy achievement hunters.
There you go. Exactly. There you
It's
go.
making it a lot easier.
Yeah. So the next thing I'm going to show you is mini game hubs in the guide. You know, you've noticed a lot of these new features that we're talking about are all sitting right here in the guide. And mini game hubs, what you can do is you can come in and you can look at all of your recent games that you've played. These have kind of been here before, but now there's this new little icon next to all the games. It's a rectangle with a couple little lines underneath it. That's going to open up a mini game hub within the guide. So now if you want to go to a game hub, you don't have to like leave the game, go to a completely different experience. It's all just right here. You can do this while you're playing a game. And the really cool thing is there are things that you can do from a game hub, like an LFG post. Like if I'm looking for somebody to play with, I don't have to leave the game anymore. I can create that post directly from the guide.
Very nice.
So never leave the experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've been using that a lot lately on the shows.
We have been, and I love all the features are really all about making the things you already use on the console super fast and much quicker to access.
Yes, exactly. That was the big point of the update that we did last October, was making everything fast. And then this update has been more about like going in and actually adding some of those highly requested features that we see a lot of feedback for, that a lot of fans are asking for, and dropping them in.
Nice. Very cool, man.
Yeah.
On the LFG show.
Yeah. There you go.
It seems like we have to use LFG on LFG.
Yeah, so now you don't have to leave the game anymore. You can just create it right there. The next thing I'm going to show you, this is going to be the first one I've shown you where we can leave the guide. I'm going to go into My Games and Apps, and I've much like a cooking show, I've prepared this ahead of time. I have a game download that I've actually paused. I haven't gone all the way with the game download because in order to see this feature, you need to see a download in progress.
Okay.
And that is this little marker that we now put on the download progress bar. So you're not going to see that little line that's just past. So I've got that black bar that's the progress so far.
Yeah.
There's a little line past it. And not every game has that. So a lot of the games that you play, like the line might be at the very end because you have to download the entire game before you can start it. But in the case where a publisher has said, hey, you can go ahead and start the game whenever you've only downloaded this percentage of the game, that's what that line means.
Marker.
Nice.
So with Forza 7, there's like 3 races that you can go ahead and jump into whenever only 24% of the game has downloaded. So that's what that little line means.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
So smart.
Makes it easier, yeah.
Such a small thing that I wouldn't even think would like improve your quality of life on the console. But if I know that I could start playing the game early, then I'm gonna wait for it to hit that line.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. There was really no way of like knowing before. So you know, you could queue up a download and you didn't really know like, am I gonna be able to start this before it's fully downloaded, or do I have to wait for the whole thing? Well, now you'll be able to look at a glance. You can see like, oh hey, like I don't have to queue this up and like, you know, go get food or something. Like I can just hang around for a few minutes and I'm going to be able to start playing.
Very nice.
Sweet.
Gosh.
So those are the 4 tips that I have as part of this big update. There's a bunch of other features as well, but those are kind of the 4 big ones I really wanted to touch on.
Yeah.
But there's also some other stuff, some stuff that we kind of aren't officially talking about yet, but we call them experiments.
What does that mean?
And a lot of people have already had a chance to play around with these experiments because we've been rolling them out to the Xbox Insider Ring. In fact, this console that I'm on right now is in the Xbox Insider Alpha Ring. And so all the stuff that I'm about to show you, the people in the Alpha Ring are already seeing, but not everybody is actually seeing this as part of the full release.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
Top secret, guys. Don't tell anybody.
Seriously.
Okay?
Yeah.
God.
So we've got a bunch of different experimental features, but there are like 3 that I'm really excited about. The first one is right in here in the Gold and Game Pass flyout. So whenever I open this up in the guide, if I jump to the bottom, there's this new thing called Surprise Me. And this is really, really, really cool because we've got a ton of games in Game Pass right now. It's like 100 and, I think almost 170 games.
It's a lot.
Crazy.
It's really hard to kind of figure out, like, you know, what I want to play. So with Surprise Me, you can just select this, and it's going to automatically open up the Microsoft Store and take you to a store page for a random game in the Game Pass catalog.
In the Game Pass. So one anyone can play if they're already enrolled in the Game Pass.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So if you've got Game
Very
Pass,
nice.
you're looking for a new game to play, you can just go ahead and pull it up.
Banjo-Tooie.
Banjo-Tooie, great option.
And I've never played
game.
Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah.
I played the first one. Yeah, I know. I played the first one. Don't beat me
Yeah,
up.
so great option. Like, you know, it's just surprised me with Banjo-Tooie. If I want to go ahead and install that, I can. Just right there.
Yeah, it
really
takes
nice.
the decision out of it. Like sometimes I just want to play a different game, and I have a tendency to go back to the games that I always play.
Right.
This is a great kind of feature that allows me to just.
Yeah.
It takes the work out of going in there and saying.
Yeah,
"Hmm, what I wanna
great way
see."
to
Again, for the lazy
great way to discover new stuff.
I'm very lazy.
No, it's nice.
And hey, speaking of which,
And
we just
indecisive people.
hit our ready to start point for Forza Motorsport. So you see we're past the line now.
Yep.
Which actually brings me to the other experimental feature that we're being quiet about, and that is download monitor in the guide. So now you don't have to go to My Games and Apps anymore to see your download progress. It's just right there in the guide. And if you...
It's a nice touch.
Yes.
It's a nice touch.
Yes, and if you want to do something like, say, like, oh, I've got another game downloading also that I've queued up. I think I'd rather have that one first. Well, within the guide, you can go ahead and pause. Or if you say, I'll download that one later, you can go ahead and uninstall what's been downloaded
And then it'll start
so
the
far
next one in the queue.
directly from the guide without
Sweet.
having to go into My Games and Apps.
It's all like little things, but they're all great quality of life improvements.
Yes,
like, that's so nice.
exactly.
Just
Yeah,
makes it.
that was the big point of the February update. Speaking of quality of life improvements, there's one other little secret experiment that I'm going to show you that some of our users, again, have already had a chance to play with.
All right, let's see.
I'm going to go back into My Games and Apps. And traditionally, if you were looking at Game Pass within My Games and Apps, you would go to the Collections tab over on the side. But now we actually have a dedicated Xbox Game Pass tab over here where all of your games appear just like they do, you know, in your game library and your ready to install library. They're all right here. So you don't have to necessarily go into Game Pass and search through the library through the store. You can just come in right here, find a game that you want. You can apply filters just like you would to your normal library. So say if I only want to see like Xbox One games, I can do that. Find one that I want to play, like lacrosse. Sure, why not? Go ahead and hit the menu button. Yeah, and I can just install from right there.
Very nice.
So, again, these aren't all necessarily rolling out to all of our users right now, but if you're in preview, if you're in the Xbox Insider audience, these are all in like the preview alpha ring right now.
And how can people join that?
So all they have to do is download the Xbox Insider app, and then from there they can sign up and pick a ring to join and start playing around with the new features.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Nice. And every time you come here, it's like we're seeing features that the community has requested.
Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, as always, if you have feedback, you can go to feedback.xbox.com.
Yes, and we're always looking at that.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Jordan, you're the man.
Yeah.
You are.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks
This
for
is
stopping
awesome.
by again.
Yeah.
Everyone, give it up for Jordan. Yeah.
I cannot wait to be a lazier gamer.
Yeah, it's I mean, that's one way to put it. But like, I think the idea, I almost don't have to go back to the home screen anymore. Like, I can do almost everything from the guide. Which
But that's
is
like the best
quick.
part. Like that, in my mind, in my opinion, the guide button is like the best part of Xbox,
Yeah.
like the dash, and I think it's so nice. And so being able to just never have to worry about anything else.
100%. And the 360 guide was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And like, I was just waiting for it to catch up to the 360 guide, which is already done. But now I think it's the best guide we've ever had on Xbox, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's nice.
And my opinion is right, by the way.
Not to change the topic, but do you mind if I take this ungodly hat off?
What do you guys think in chat? If the chat says you can we start a poll?
That's not what I was hoping that this would come to. This hat is very
I feel
small.
bad. I feel bad because I know the chat's going to say no.
It's constricting my
take
brain.
It off. Yeah. No, take it off. Take
No,
it
it's
off.
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I want chat to decide. No.
They're going to say no.
You trolls. You monsters.
So to be fair, I gave you an out on that one, so this is now on you.
I do it for the retweets.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's my whole life.
Perfect. All right, so 2 awesome interviews in a row. What a start to our show.
Yeah.
That rhymed.
Definitely.
I know they did that because it rhymed.
Guests are definitely better than we are, which is always a nice touch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
We have 2 more though.
2 more?
I don't know if you know that, but we've missed something. I think we're running a little behind on something.
Yeah, me too. I'm just trying to read what they put in here because I didn't read this before. Something big, like really big even.
Yeah.
Like really big.
Yeah, like giant monster big.
Yeah, exactly. Here are 5 tips for Monster Hunter World. Everything about Monster Hunter World is huge, from the monsters, weapons, and world to the IRL fan base. The creators over at Capcom have made it easier than ever to pick up a Monster Hunter game, but even so, some gamers still see it as a challenge. While we've all heard the learning curve is steep and the grind is real, don't let that intimidate you, and definitely don't let it stop you from playing this rich and beautiful game. So for those of you new to this beloved franchise, here are 5 crucial tips to help you get started on Monster Hunter World. Tip number 1, right time, right place. If your plan was to jump into this game half-heartedly, you might want to reconsider your approach. Because of the size and the moderate complexity of this game, you'll want to set aside a decent chunk of time to truly grasp the fundamentals. The beginning requires a lot of reading and learning, so if you're not able to give the game your full attention, you'll likely miss out on some key information required for progress. Another thing to note is that this is the type of game that could leave you completely lost if you set it down too quickly, so it's important to spend quality time getting comfortable with the mechanics. Tip number 2, areas to focus on. Because there's so much thrown at you at the start of this game, it's good to focus on a couple key parts instead of trying to remember everything. So here are a few quick suggestions to keep in mind. Upgrade your weapons and palico gear early and often. Keep track of scout flies for discovering your quest objective and collect all the things. And lastly, check the minimap in the hub and watch for exclamation points and red markers to help identify who to talk to next. Another good thing to remember is to register your bounties as often as possible. If you don't, you'll be missing out on 2 key rewards. Research points, which can be used to purchase meals, fertilizers for your harvest boxes, and armor for your trusty palico, and armor spheres, which are used to upgrade, well, armor. Tip number 3, weapon of choice. Like we mentioned in the last tip, understanding the weapon system is an important part of Monster Hunter World. The best way to get familiar with the weapons is to go to the hecking training grounds. Take time to practice with all the different types of weapons because each has its own unique power, combos, playstyle, and perks. Find the weapons you like and then take them out into the field to learn how they work against actual monsters and if it jives with your playstyle. There are some awesome weapon mechanics, but if you don't spend the time getting to know them, you could be missing out on some serious damage-dealing tricks. And don't forget to upgrade your weapons and gear as often as you can at the smithy. One last thing, keep your weapons in top shape. Blades and blunt weapons need to stay sharp or else they won't do as much damage. But since it takes a few moments to sharpen, make sure you can afford the time. A good starter weapon is the bow. While it does less damage, the mechanics are simple and you don't need to sharpen it. Plus, it allows you to keep your distance from the monsters during a hunt. Tip number 4, before battle. As you get deeper into the game, hunts are going to get tougher and tougher, so to ensure success you may need to do more than just upgrade your gear. Eat at the canteen before every battle. It'll boost your attack and defense, which will give you the extra edge needed to take down some of the more difficult monsters. Plus, the food looks incredibly appetizing. And if you forget to visit Meowscular's chef before leaving Astera, don't worry, you can still get a hot meal at the camp before you start your mission. However, you'll miss out on your Palico Pal's wonderful theatrics. Besides food, make sure your gear's upgraded and you have bounties registered. Lastly, don't forget to loot the chest once you get to camp. The items are free and it usually has a few potions, traps, or other items that'll make getting the job done that much easier. Tip number 5, patience is a legit virtue. That grind we mentioned earlier is very real. Players have put hundreds upon hundreds of hours into the previous Monster Hunter games, and considering the main quest of this game is supposedly around 40 to 50 hours long, it'll likely be the same for this one. As with most big games, sometimes it just takes some good old-fashioned time to learn and love. If you don't completely understand this game right away, just stick with it and be patient. It's more a matter of time and experience. There's no shortage of charm in this game. From the quirks and puns to the characters and personalities, it all adds fun, color, and lightheartedness to a seemingly intimidating game. But the developers worked hard to ensure they hit the sweet spot of being deep and challenging, yet ready to be played and enjoyed by the masses. We think they've done exactly that. So good luck on the hunt, Fifths. May your sword stay sharp, and may you find the monsters before they find you.
Very great job. Great
Thank you.
job.
I feel like we're the only one who compliments each other on our voice.
Yeah, no one on the team does. Yeah, let's be honest.
It's okay. Self-serving.
Have you
That's
looked
fine.
at the comments of YouTube on our videos? I wouldn't.
Okay. I do every Saturday morning and just cry while I drink my coffee.
Moving on. We're halfway done with the interviews. We got two more. And we're going to be jumping into the next one right now.
Okay.
We're going to be using Skype, the miracle of Skype, to connect with Mixer partner, GamingDotGeek.
All right, give it up.
What's up? Oh,
yeah, all right.
Am I the only one clapping? Come on.
It's okay.
Thank you.
How's it going? How you feeling?
I'm stoked. I'm excited to be here. How you could say I'm encapsulated.
Ooh, God, I knew that was coming. I know.
Okay. Somebody's giving you snaps.
Nice.
We're super excited to have you. So before we jump in, let's give our viewers a quick rundown of who you are.
So I am GamingDotGeek, affectionately known as Dot by most people in the Mixer community. And I've been around for a while, actually. I've been around since the early Beam days, I think sometime in early 2015. So I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of changes and a lot of positive influence that Mixer's had. And I'm still around. We're doing our thing.
Sweet.
Yeah, I wanted to follow up and ask, like, one, I remember you, like, I know you've been on, like, as long as I have, if not longer, and what's kind of kept you around? I mean, not that I'm pooping on our platform at all.
Why are you still here?
Yeah, I'll sell it for you if you need me to do it. It's it's for me, it's entirely the community. Like, it was 100% the reason that I chose to come here in the first place, and it's been one of the biggest reasons that I've decided to continue to be here, as it's exclusive for me. I don't restream anywhere else. I've been a diehard Mixer person and now a partner for a while now. So it's really the people that come through the streams, all the love on social media, and how kind of familial the whole thing is that's made it a special experience for me.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Better than I could have put it. So.
Hey.
Perfect.
All right, we'll switch you guys out here, Ethan. See you later. Tell me how you got your. I'm interested to hear how you got your username, GamingDotGeek. How did you get that?
It's cheesy. So I was actually writing down line by line different names, and so the first thing that I wrote down was gaming because it was a keyword. It was something that I thought of, and then I put a period, and then I put geek after it. And I was going through a bunch of other names, and I couldn't think of anything, so I thought, let's just grab the first thing, which is GamingDotGeek. So there it is.
Nice.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Very simple process. I like that. I like it.
It's nice.
Yeah.
What would your streamer name be, Malik?
My streamer name would be Guy Who Sleeps a Lot. Because one, I think it's true. One, I do sleep a lot, and it's hard to forget.
Guy who sleeps a lot.
Yeah.
Why do you think he missed his show? Well, he's probably sleeping.
He sleeps a lot. It's in his name.
Yeah.
All right.
That's taken.
Exactly. Hopefully not. So you've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, I've heard lately. How's the game?
Yeah. It's good. I didn't really expect to like it. I didn't know anything about the series, but was convinced by a bunch of people in the community to pick it up, and got kind of sucked into that whole universe and occupied a lot of my time killing monsters, hours and hours at a time.
Yeah.
So I'm digging it. It's cool.
It seems like a time suck. That's for sure. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask, why do you think that game's caught on? I know it's obviously a big franchise, but why do you think it's caught the streaming world and the gaming world by storm?
That's a good question. I've asked questions like that to people who have played the series, and apparently they seem to think that they've kind of simplified some of the mechanics and made it a little easier to jump into than some of the stuff that was bigger in Japan and out west that didn't really blow up as large here.
I honestly think that's exactly why it's doing so well. Is because I've been a fan of Monster Hunter for a while. I played like all the DS ones, and it was always like the little like nuances and just like the little things that they don't really explain very well that were always so frustrating to kind of figure out. And so to make a game more accessible, usually it's going to do well.
Sweet.
Example, Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Another Bethesda game. Sweet. Not that this one's by Bethesda. Anyway, so what are some tips for people looking to jump into Monster Hunter world? Give us some tips on how you can be good at the game.
For me, to be honest with you, it was get friendly with people who know the game and know the series, because they're going to go a long way to help you through the whole progress of the game. I didn't know anything going in. I was completely blind to the whole thing. So learning how to like forge weapons and the elemental stuff that does damage to different monsters was completely foreign to me. So having people in my community and around that could walk me through it. So find somebody that you know that plays the game or has played games in past, and they'll be able to kind of hold your hand through the process.
It's a good call.
Sweet.
It's a good call.
It's a good call. All right. So, any other games that you're playing besides Monster Hunter?
Today we started Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Ooh.
It rolled out today.
Yeah. What do you think so far? Have you played it much?
I played 4 hours, which is roughly the time that it takes to complete the tutorial. So
Wow.
it was a bit of a struggle. The tutorial's kind of linear, and it wasn't quite what I expected it to be. So I'm hoping that as we transition into kind of the free roam environment and stuff, that it's going to pick up a little bit. But it's good though.
Yeah, and it's done by Deep Silver, which isn't like the biggest. It's not a AAA company by any means, and they've made some great games in the past. So I've been watching a lot of streams, but I'm kind of in the same boat as you, where it's like it looks great. I hope there's more to it. I'm on the fence still, but gosh, I want it to be good because it looks super interesting. But 4 hours.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like a
4-hour
tutorial.
Dang.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's like that'll take me a month to complete. I only play in half-hour bursts.
That's actually fact.
Yeah, it was a mission to get it done. I streamed for 4 hours today. We got the tutorial done, and that was a wrap. I had to call it a day.
Good Lord, that is crazy.
All right, yeah. So let's move on. And obviously, this show is tips and tricks, and I'm really excited to start streaming later this year. It's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No,
I appreciate you being
it's not gonna
supportive.
happen.
I thought you were gonna be supportive of me.
happen.
So, what are some of the things that you've learned, that you've picked up while streaming on Mixer?
One of the biggest things is that establishing a community and reaching out to people within that community for support is a big thing. I think that there's kind of a common misconception that the streaming world is very large, when in fact it's quite small. So getting to know and getting friendly with a lot of people, even if they're not on the same platform, like, you know what I mean? There's other people that stream on YouTube or Twitch, and getting to know everybody and being kind of friendly and pleasant with everybody involved is a big thing, and getting your name out there. I use Twitter like crazy, so that's my big way into meeting people and having conversations and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Well, we've established that you said you played a lot of Monster Hunter, which is RPG. You've played a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance, or is that what it's called, Kingdom Come Deliverance? I always get that mixed up.
Yeah.
That's another RPG very similar to like Oblivion or Skyrim. Is that kind of the genre you stick to, or what other games do you like to play?
Actually, traditionally, no. I'm not normally a big RPG guy. I was, in the early days of SNES and stuff like that. I played a lot of like Earthbound and Zeldas and things like that. But no, in terms of newer generations, I'm normally like a first-person shooter guy. I've just only recently kind of been converted into trying bigger, more expansive kind of evolved worlds.
Yeah. Very nice. That's awesome. Well, welcome to the addiction. It'll suck the life out of you in a good way.
In a good way?
Yeah.
Is there a good way to do that?
Well, I don't know. At least you're having like a great time while you lose friends and family and loved ones.
And everyone around you.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so GamingDotGeek, we have a traditional tips and tricks question that we ask to all of our partners, and you're no different. We're about to ask you. Now, are you ready? I know you're ready. I can see it in your face.
So.
Okay, yeah, I know. I built that up. It sounds terrifying. It's easy. If you could invite 3 video game characters to dinner, any 3 that you can think of off the top of your head, who would they be and why?
You know what? I knew this question was coming, and I thought about it, and I didn't really have a great answer. My only guaranteed lock-in would be Mario, because he's Italian and he likes pasta, and I dig pasta.
Ooh.
And I know who I don't want. Like, I don't want big Halo Master Chief dudes at the table and messing everything up and breaking my silverware and all that. So I want to keep it like pleasant. I want like maybe Mario, Luigi, and like maybe Toadstool or something, just to keep it casual.
Just a bunch of Mario buddies. Keep it cash. I like that.
That's a good point.
Also, I can't believe of all the things you're worried about, Spartan breaking in your house, your silverware is top on the list. But
I'm just saying he's not coming for dinner. You know what I mean? We could do other things. We could hang out and play some games. We play a little football. Touch.
Outside of your house.
Not tackle.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2-hand touch, he'd still break an arm.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's a good point. He'd probably break your chairs. He's really tall. They're really tall, so they'll just break your doorway. It's a mess. It's a whole thing. You got to get the insurance on it. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, GamingDotGeek, thank you for joining us. Tell us where and when we can watch your streams.
You can find me on Mixer, GamingDotGeek. I'm on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much again for coming on the show. It was a genuine pleasure.
Yeah, everyone go and follow him. Everyone give it up for GamingDotGeek.
Yeah. Check him out. Another one of our amazing partners.
Yep.
We always have a good one on the show. It's great.
It's good.
Yeah.
I don't know who picks them, but they're always good all the time. All the time. All right, so just when you think we brought all the guests that we could, we brought you more. There's more.
One more.
Yeah, that's right. Malik. We have Jenn here from the Age of Empires team. Welcome, Jenn, to the show.
Jenn! Hold on, let me unplug.
Okay.
Okay, I'm coming.
All right.
All right, I'm out of the way. Okay,
Hello,
I realize
everybody.
I need to look.
It's okay.
I got
It's
it.
weird. We have chairs when I'm in here.
Yeah,
Now you get
very
to
strange.
stand. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult. Can I shake your hand?
Hi.
Pleasure to have you on the
Nice
show.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah. Age of Empires, Definitive Edition.
It's almost here. It's real close. We have like, what day is it? The 13th? We have like 7 days.
Yeah, it's very close.
If I can do math.
I think
That was
that's
good.
it. Right?
20 minus you carried the
Yeah,
7
no,
days.
exactly.
Awesome.
Yep.
So for the people in the chat that obviously may not watch the Age show that's every
Yeah.
Thursday at 10 a.m.
Ooh, nice plug. Okay.
Or
Thank
they
you,
just don't know
'cause
what
I
Age
was
is.
going to forget that.
Why don't you tell them a bit about what you do here and
Yeah,
what you're
so I'm the community manager for Age of Empires, and I am the person that if you tweet at Age of Empires or message us on Facebook or reach out to us on our forums, that's me. I am responding to you pretty much entirely. Joe Holmes is another community manager for Age, and he will also be there sometimes.
I was gonna say, what the hell's Joe doing if you're responding to everything?
He's doing all the businessy side of things.
got it.
He,
okay.
you know, I grab the information from the community and he like conveys it to the team.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
So I really like this whole standing up thing.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it-
now I understand your
gives you
whole like
energy.
karate
Yeah. Oh,
thing
at the
that you were
beginning,
doing.
yeah.
Like I like it. I like it a lot.
Gets
Yeah,
the
it's
nervous
kinda
energy out. So I am chat's gonna beat me up for this, but I have never played Age of Empires.
That's
I've
fair.
watched your
It's totally
streams
fine.
though. I have watched your streams. So for people like me who've never played, can you give us an overview of what Age of Empires is?
So, okay, first off, I'm going to start by saying I brought notes on paper because I'm old school, apparently.
Woo. No, that's good.
And this started as like an 8-page thing. And I was
my
like, well,
God.
that doesn't work. So, Age of Empires is an RTS game. Basically, there's like 4 major things that you have to focus on. You have to focus on your resources, and that's gathering wood, food, gold, and stone. And I think we're actually going to show you some of that here in a second. And then, so you got to focus on all those. You got to gather them. You do that by making villagers, and they collect your resources, they build your buildings, and they kind of just make it possible for you to have an empire, right?
Okay.
You gotta have the workers. You need the military because you want to not die.
Yeah.
You got to be able to fight off all your enemies, and you know, because
you gotta be
otherwise
careful.
people come in and wreck you.
Yeah.
Which is, to be fair, what happens to me most times. Someone gets their military up faster than I do,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, I guess I'll just sit here and be murdered.
Yeah.
It's real fun.
Yeah.
That is the story of my life in RTSs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
so slow.
Yeah, I get so focused on making my village all pretty and getting all the wood and the stone and the gold and the
look
what
is
else did I say?
important.
Food.
Nice.
And it's just I forget.
I'm with you 100%. Like some people, like especially online, they have macros or they're just monsters, and they, it's all muscle memory. And I'm just like, I bet this house would look just nice by the
Just
water.
right here.
Yeah.
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 Credit for
Actually,
everything.
one of the first streams that we did when I was a complete Age of Empires noob, I was hitting the wrong hotkey, and instead of building houses, I built like 50 freaking mills.
Oh my.
God.
And it was pointless, but I had a lot of room for farms.
I was gonna say, and wind
So-
power.
Go.
I mean, you
And
could-
wind power. Yeah. I don't think that they actually use windmills for that in Age of Empires, but
Sure.
it could have happened.
It just showed that you were energy
So-
conscious from the get-go.
Exactly.
You know?
I was ready for a green future.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is Age of Empires Definitive Edition, and it's real pretty. On our streams, we've been doing side-by-side views to show Classic Mode and Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
And I think people kind of don't remember exactly what games looked like 20 years ago.
That's what it always is.
Because when Age of Empires came out, people were writing reviews being like, this game looks amazing. It's like every frame was hand-painted, and no, it wasn't.
No, yeah, 100%.
I mean, it was great for the time, but it's just so pretty, and I just really love looking at it.
Yeah.
I think we've dropped you in kind of mid-combat.
Yeah, I
You've
was trying
got
to figure
some
out what's
fire
going on.
galleries and stuff going on.
My
looks
ship
like you're
did
the
win.
Greeks.
Yes.
So the other thing that you kind of have to pay attention to, and by the other thing, I mean there's a million in Age of Empires,
Yeah, there's a
but the
lot.
other thing to kind of keep in mind is what civ you are, because all the civilizations have different bonuses, they get different like tech tree options. The Greeks, I believe, have fire galleys, if I'm remembering right, which
Ooh, it
some
looks
other
like that's what they're gonna
things
do.
don't have.
I'm
Oh yeah,
sending
you're
them a
on a
piece of
fire
boat
galley right now,
I got
so
some
I
boats.
guess I'm right about that.
These boats are being jerks. I'm sending my army over there.
Those boats are being jerks. You should definitely send your other boats after them, because these
yeah.
elephants can only do so much once they get in deeper water.
Fair. What are they doing?
That is a good point.
Elephants.
I mean, to be
and
fair,
water.
that elephant looks like it's doing some damage, but
And
it's
this-
also taking a lot of fireballs to the face.
This alligator, and then this alligator showed up and was trying to ruin my day.
So for people who haven't played the game, what are some tips to being successful that you would say?
Focus on those four main groups. I can talk today. and practice, honestly. Like, I watch so many people play online. I watch a lot of Resonance 22, a lot of Zero Empires. They don't have any HDE things up yet because it hasn't even come out yet. But there are a couple places you can go for tips and tricks. We actually tips. Hey, I did it! I didn't even do it on purpose. Beautiful. We actually posted a blog to our website that kind of walks through the differences between H2DE or HD, which some of you might be more familiar with, and it kind of walks through the difference of that and what you have to look out for more in this game. We'll be posting a new player's guide up soon, so that'll be really helpful. We've got one of the best players in our office kind of working on that.
Ooh, very nice.
So keep an eye on our website for that. What did I write down? Biggest things that I think you should remember personally as someone who's still getting good at this game and will probably never be as amazing as, say, like the Viper. Protect your villagers. You need them to stay alive so that you can stay alive.
Don't forget the citizens.
Don't forget your citizens. Build a wonder.
Do you want to show me how that works?
Yeah. So
I haven't played
if
Age of
you
Empires since like the
click on a group of villagers.
Okay.
And then that's not a villager. That's a military dude.
There's a farm.
That guy's farming. He'll help you.
There you go.
All right, and then let's see. Do you have wonders available? I believe they're up one row and then over a few. Nope, that's a government center.
Town center.
Oh wait, nope.
I'm coming. I'm gonna find it.
You're already in the Iron Age. You gotta have wonders.
I gotta have
here
wonders somewhere. Maybe a woodcutter can't do it.
Maybe a woodcutter can't do it.
Dang
wait, no, it's right there.
There it is.
Wonder. It's next to the helmet. Whoa! Oh, look at that. I haven't actually looked at the Greeks. This is so cool.
Ooh, this is nice. I want to put it on the water. You know, I want
so that the boats can blow it up.
Well,
yeah. How can you put that on water?
But then like maybe invaders might fear it.
That's true. I would fear that.
Also,
I would fear that heavily.
These boats. Will you help me out?
Can we get a wonder of me in the game? Who do I have to speak to?
I mean, it's been in production for a while now, and I feel like if I went to our art guy and was like, can we make some changes? I need a new skin for this wonder.
Yeah.
They might be angry at me.
Darn.
But you know what? We can try it.
We can try maybe DLC or something. I don't know.
Yeah, some DLC.
I do have a question. Can any of these guys effectively attack boats at all?
I don't know if you've got any archers in there. All those guys are really tiny on that screen.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Looks like, well, you've got some chariot archers. So that guy could probably do some damage to a boat.
Okay.
And most of those boats in the water right now are yours.
Yep.
So you're probably doing okay there, actually.
Doing okay. They're getting
looks like you've got like 5-on-1. So if you can't beat that boat, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Yeah, me too. I think I'd be pretty disappointed myself.
Although I got to say, I'm very surprised with how you're doing. I think you're doing a lot better one than I would be able to do.
Well, I've played RTSs quite a
bit.
There you go.
You jumped right into it, which I'm impressed with too, because starting off in the middle of the Iron Age while you're already being attacked is not an easy way to start this game.
Fair enough. I appreciate that. I like I said, it's been a long time since I played this game, but it's I don't know. It's you kind of remember some of the little things.
Yeah,
right?
They're all vaguely similar, so it's easy to kind of remember.
Right.
Just don't press the wrong hotkeys and build a bunch of mills.
Okay, good call.
So for my base knowledge of this game, this looks like SimCity with lots of other things, including fighting and boats, and you have to send people and places things.
I could see that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I think that's exactly what this is.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Just put that on the back of the box. I feel like that would.
Yeah. Build things and stuff and words. Yes, I like it. That's a great tagline.
So what's the reception been like from the community? Because I know Age of Empires has been around for a very long time, and I know a lot of them are excited for this.
They're so excited, especially after we kind of let people start streaming it, and we started streaming it. They were like, "Oh my God, I didn't believe you guys that the old game looked like that, and the new game looked like this.
Yeah,
this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So watching people I was playing the Age of Empires Fairy last week while we were letting people stream it on like Mixer. I'd go into somebody's Mixer chat room and be like, "This is Age of Empires. Hi, I'm glad you're streaming our game.
And
here's some game codes." And they were like, "This is the best thing that's ever happened to me." So that was
awesome.
Really fun.
Yeah,
that's probably the best part of my job I've found so far.
I definitely, even like months and months ago when you guys were first kind of talking about the release, I was a partner manager at the time, and I was getting hounded by our partners about like, when are we going to get to play Age Definitive? Like, I think you're going to see a lot of support on Mixer.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I really kind of can't wait to watch people start streaming it for reals in 7 days.
7 days. I just lost a boat.
You did just.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm disappointed.
Bodie.
Is that the name of the boat?
Yeah.
But Bodie McBoatface?
Yeah, Bodie McBoatface.
Bodie McBoatface.
I'm not creative with names. Come on.
All right, so what are you doing here, Ethan?
So I'm constantly being attacked by these ships.
Yellow team seems like a real rude person.
Yeah, they're real jerks. Really inconsiderate. I don't know what to do about it, to be honest. But just keep killing their boats.
I mean, make more boats is always a good option.
Could I go attack their? Maybe I could attack their dock?
Yeah, I mean, that's a decent option because that way, you know, they can't make more boats. You could also load up some transport ships with some, ground troops and take them over to start destroying their town center and stuff. Destroy some of their villagers.
It's a good call.
Because again, if you don't keep your villagers alive, there's no way you're going to win this game.
Okay. This is getting a little bit more stressful now that I'm hearing about other things I can do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options, which is always my problem in this game.
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't know what to choose. There's so much to do.
So much to do. So for, obviously, we talked about the passionate fan base of this game.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways that the new players or just the existing players can get involved or with the discussion or chat amongst themselves?
Yeah, so we're everywhere. If you type /Age of Empires after like any website, you're going to find us. We're on Facebook, Twitter, our forums, ageofempires.com, forums.ageofempires.com. You can keep up with our news on ageofempires.com, which is really helpful. Again, we're going to be posting some like kind of walkthrough blogs there, which will be very helpful. Honestly, if you just go on YouTube and search like Age of Empires, Dark Ages walkthrough. There's a lot of like, what are the first things that I need to do to actually live for longer than 10 minutes in this game? And they're very helpful videos. That's pretty much how I've learned like
that's
exclusively.
what I'm going to be searching.
Yeah,
I think
super helpful.
There's a steep learning curve with RTSs, right?
Yeah,
but once you get the hang of it.
Once you get the hang of it, and I mean, there's a steep learning curve in some aspects. Like, you know, you're not going to play against the pros immediately.
Sure. Yeah.
But also, I think some people, this game just like clicks with, and they're like, okay, I need to do this, this, and this, and I can focus on those and be like fine, and they just get it done, and I'm amazed by those people.
Yeah, I am not one of those people.
No, I think you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you. The Wonder's getting built. It says it'll be done in, I don't know, 400 years?
I wonder if we allow cheat codes on this, because there's a cheat code to speed up, and if I remember it right, it's like steroids or something.
Really?
I don't remember. I keep having to, you hit enter and then you type it in, but that might not actually be it. I also get the list.
Oh, I did it.
There we go. Okay. It was steroids. Yay, look at me go.
This is great.
And then, so you've got that Wonder.
Now we know how the Wonders were built.
That's true. It was steroids, yeah.
Clearly.
But my favorite thing that we've been doing in our streams is building them and then destroying them, which seems like a waste of time and effort. And you should not do it in a normal Age game.
Sure.
But they're really pretty when they disintegrate. They disintegrate like brick by brick, and it's just like so fantastic.
But what about all the people that worked on it?
Well, they can build another one.
They have feelings too.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
blow it up?
Guys. Oh man.
All right, what do I press?
God, I don't actually know. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can't.
Oh,
there is
gotta
a
be
way to do it.
What's my cheat code?
Oh, good.
I gotta look.
Is it just die?
Wait, that's not.
King Arthur?
Is King Arthur? Oh, okay, yeah. Type that one in. That one's
Let's see what's gonna happen. 2 words.
Keep an eye on the skies.
King R. How do you spell Arthur?
A-U-R-T-H-U-R.
Arthur?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, what happened?
There's no birds here.
Wait.
Find some birds.
Wait, what?
It turns all the birds into dragons.
What?
The birds into dragons?
Where are the birds?
They're real big. You might have to like scroll further over on the map, but if there's birds, you'll see them.
They're coming to attack us?
Oh, look, there's one.
Oh, there
no,
goes.
to the left. There you go.
Wait, he's a dragon now.
It's a dragon now.
What?
Yes.
Do those things cause damage to you?
No.
Okay.
And you
More
can't control
purely
them, sadly.
cosmetic.
Okay.
But I would really love to be
I love
able
it.
to.
I love it. That is awesome. No, my ships.
Your ships are
Also, who's Age of Empires in chat? That's me. I was doing that a second ago.
It's hacked. Somebody's hacked.
Maybe there's a cheat that's just like die.
I don't think that.
Nope, I just typed die.
Yeah, you just typed it in the chat.
Very intimidating.
Yeah, if anything, yeah.
All right, so Jen, tell us again where we can pick up this game, where and when, I should say.
So this game comes out on February 20th. You can actually pre-order it right now on the Microsoft Store. Just search Age of Empires Definitive Edition, and you'll find it. It'll pop up.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Guys, this has been great.
Thank you for stopping by, Jen. Everyone, give it up for Jen.
Let's give it up for Jen.
Golf clap for me. I've been golf clapping for everyone else.
Yeah.
And I know that you guys do it at full volume, but it just feels so wrong to clap loudly when people are on camera.
I know what you mean. I'm with you 100%. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Jen.
Thank you guys. Talk to you guys later.
Well,
I'm just gonna slowly back up.
There we go. It's fine. I do the same thing. I moonwalk right out of the studio. Ooh, I'm on this side now.
Whoa.
It feels great.
Something's weird. Something's happening. I don't want to stop playing.
Well,
this is like totally sucked me right back in.
We may not be playing this game, but we won't actually stop playing because we're going to be going to Mixer LFG after the show.
We are.
That's right. So don't forget, if this is your first time watching us, welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back. And you don't forget to follow the channel in the upper left-hand corner.
It's right above me now.
It's above Ethan.
Yes.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring it out. And we do the show every single Tuesday from at 3 p.m. Pacific.
That is
6 p.m. Eastern. Mixer.com/tips and tricks. Don't forget to watch our sister show, This Week in Esports, every single Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. 3 p.m. Pacific.
Nice, very nice.
So as I mentioned, we're going to be playing some PUBG for an hour after this show. We're going to leave, but we're coming right back. Move on over to mixer.com/mixerlfg, or you can stay right here, and we're going to host the channel.
We're going to host right here, so don't sit tight. We're playing PUBG on Xbox. If you want to play with us, be sure to stick around. We'll be playing with viewers and hoping to God that you can carry us to a chicken dinner. So
I'm calling it now. This is going to be the episode that we get a chicken dinner. So if you don't watch, you're going to be missing out on history.
He said that every episode, you guys.
Yeah, but it's going to be true this episode, Ethan.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in just a few minutes.